Amina returned to the village as the sun rose. The forest was quiet behind her, calm but watching. She knew now that it was alive and not evil. Smoke rose from fires as people began their day. Life moved on as if nothing had changed. Amina went straight to the elders. Elder Cato looked at her sharply and said she had gone back to the forest. Amina said yes and told them they were wrong about it. She said the forest only reacts when it is harmed and that it protects the land. One elder laughed and said she was too young and afraid. Amina said she felt the ground move and the river shift. Elder Cato stopped her and said she would confuse the people and that the truth was not always safe. That evening, Amina spoke to the villagers anyway. She told them the forest was older than the village and needed respect. Some listened, but others laughed and said trees were just trees. The elders watched quietly, and their silence felt dangerous. That night, Amina dreamed of the forest and heard a deep sound like a heartbeat. When she woke, her chest felt tight. The next morning, the village felt wrong. The river moved too fast, birds stayed away, and the air was heavy. Then the sound came again. This time, everyone heard it. Children cried and people froze. Elder Cato whispered that it was the earth drum. Amina asked what that meant, but no one answered. That night, the elders met in secret. Amina followed and listened from outside. She heard them say the drum only wakes when balance is broken, and that the place was sealed long ago. Elder Cato said Amina knew too much and must be sent away. Before dawn, her grandmother warned her that afraid people make dangerous choices. She gave Amina a small carved drum and said it listens to the land and once belonged to the first protector of the forest. Amina did not leave. She returned to the forest instead. The trees bent as she passed and the sound grew stronger. In a clearing, she saw a massive drum carved into the earth, wrapped in roots and glowing faintly. It beat once and the ground shook. A voice spoke and said she had warned them, but they did not listen. Amina said she did not want the village to suffer. The voice said she must choose between truth or peace built on lies. Before she could answer, Elder Cato stepped into the clearing with other elders behind him and said the forest would be silenced, even if it cost her life. The drum beat faster, the ground split open, and a deep green light rose as the forest fell silent.